Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk with Saieed Ali. I am your host Saeed. We do want to thank you for joining us today, Monday the 17th of January 2022. Remember, we are streaming live on Facebook, Real Talk with Saieed Ali. We are live on YouTube, TT Real Talk. Subscribe, hit the bell, and you would know when we go live. So viewers, every night I encourage you to share our live stream. For those of you who do not have a television set or you're not on work, you know, to sit down and watch a television set, you're not behind your couch. We are on social media platform. YouTube, TT Real Talk, subscribe. On Facebook, Real Talk with Saieed Ali, like and share as we go live. So viewers, I do want to encourage you to open a Real Talk investment plan. It's a fixed deposit system with Real Talk group of companies. Remember viewers, we are a licensed money lending financial institution. You know, you're looking for a small loan, you have a little carter pawn, you have a piece of land you want a pawn, you want a quick cash, not a problem. You can come on down to Real Talk offices in San Fernando, 132 Sipera Road in San Fernando, and we are also on number 14 Carolina Savannah Road in Shoguanas. Our phone numbers in Shoguanas, viewers, oh my God, lovely, lovely Navin. Look good, look good. So viewers, this is all our information that you need. All our information. Our central office, 238-6716, 339-1670. Our south office, 242-7690 or 339-1670. In south, they are located at number 132 Sipera Road, Victoria Village in San Fernando. It's not hard to find. So viewers, that is the information you need. So if you're looking for a quick loan, feel free to contact us. You need to have some sort of security, like any financial institution granting loan. You can even set up a fixed deposit system with Real Talk group of company, that is Real Talk Financing and Investment Center. Viewers, you're working hard for your cash and you have your cash put down in a financial institution and you're not getting that interest that you desire. Now, this is just an example to round off a figure that you would understand. You have $100,000 and you know you have it put on in the bank and you're getting $500 after 12 months. You're getting $1,000 after 2 years. When 3 years pass, you're getting $1,500. Just imagine that. What kind of interest is that generating for you? So at Real Talk Financing and Investment Company now, that same 100,000 viewers, with an interest of 2.5%, every 12 months you can collect 2,500. So 2,500 multiplied by 3, you're getting 7,500. Now look at the vast difference from 7,500 at Real Talk Financing and Investment to other financial institution where you're getting up to 1,500. So that is just an example for you, the viewers. Now, it's for you to take into consideration is your money, but at the same time, allow your money to work for you while you are working. I'm a businessman. I allow my money to work for me. Hence the reason why that we can supply loan now to the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, small loan. Brains. Thank God for that. So viewers, it's Tune It Up Tuesday. 238-6716 is our phone line to call in from 7 to 8 p.m. Oh! Today Monday? Serious? Don't make joke. Way. You're right, thinking today is Tuesday? Like I'm running down the days. So viewers, but nevertheless, we're going to start up our program. 6 additional cases of the Omicron COVID-19 variant have been confirmed in TNT. Oh yes, it's Mash Up Monday because I was at the beach yesterday. You know, I took a little time out to carry my boys and them on the beach to have a little fun with them. But nevertheless, now, Omicron variant, increase in cases, 6 additional cases. This brings the number of concerns to 28. 4 of the cases had no recent travel history and no known contact with recent travelers. The other 2 cases remain under investigation. According to contacts of the positive variant, cases have been quarantined. So viewers, thus far everyone have been in quarantine and they are waiting their quarantine time in order to come out of quarantine. Caller, good night.
Good night, good night. You forget it, mash up Monday and stay up Tuesday. Both of them are dealing today. This is the original imitation vaccine vagrant.
Talk to me.
All right, listen to me carefully, and I want everybody to listen to your program tonight. The original vaccine vagrant appointed a committee, right? 5 eminent persons in the medical field. But I have a problem with that. You want to know why?
Talk to me.
Listen, let me flesh it out for you. Those 5 eminent qualified persons are into the public health system at UWI and the Caribbean. What do we want for that commission of inquiry? Not to save lives?
Correct.
How can we save lives? No, let us go back. We have to benchmark our healthcare system with an external body or external institute, right? So, to basically fulfill that area, we should, and I'm hoping that the vaccine vagrant here is, add somebody of reputation from outside. And I suggested to him too, and they were saying, we are #1 from Oxford.
Yes.
If they can't get an Oxford person, get somebody from John Hopkins University.
Correct.
So that will tell us how good our system is with respect to external system. The other thing they have to do is to put on that committee a system quality manager with the competence of auditing quality system. Why I'm saying so? If we have to do the corrective action and the preventive action, we have to do quality audits. Now, in 2019, NCRHA got accredited for the first time on all our domestic health care institutions. And I am telling you, their state, I suspect their quality system has collapsed because they're doing the same thing, the same way, having the same problem. No drugs, no appointment, nothing. The third issue that I'm seeing is that all these persons are domestic at UWI in our health, public health system. Most of the doctors in the healthcare managing, most of them, not all, came out of UWI. So if they have a bad audit of all of that, it will be an indictment on the professionals coming out of UWI. So I hope in the vaccine grant. You say, yeah, 3 degrees, eh? Me, I have so much. But I have intelligence and Guyana. And I could battle with him because he is just doing that to save face. The end result is we want an audit that shows us we could save lives. That is the most important thing. I'm going to have a nice night.
Thank you, my friend. So now viewers, feel free to call in. 2386716 is our phone line to call in. Remember, there's a repeat of this program tomorrow from 11:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. Several protesters were detained by police and dozens more were tear-gassed at the Queen's Park Savannah on Sunday. The pushback protest, led by social activist Omar Abdullah of the First Wave movement was in solidarity against the government handling of the COVID-19 pandemic, including the Prime Minister's vaccination policy for government workers. Police asked Abdullah and his supporters to leave. Now, as they did not have a permit from the Acting Commissioner of Police to protest. However, the crowd persisted and the march went on. However, several attempts to disperse the large crowds. The riot police were called in and officers began detaining protesters while other officers fired tear gas canister at the crowd. Now viewers, the Joint Trade Union Movement, JTUM, has also condemned the use of force by police officers toward participants. So viewers, the march took place yesterday. Individuals were asked to leave the savannah. When they refused to, the riot police squad were called in. Now I'm going to tell you something. The officers and them, some of those officers may be vaccinated, some may not be vaccinated. But I simply want the officers and them to understand why the citizen was protesting in the savannah. Why were they there? In the beginning, why was the protest held? The protest was held for two things. For two things. One, in the way the government was handling COVID-19, and two, forcing public servants to take the vaccine and threatening them with their jobs. So these officers and them, they could have sympathy. Because if these officers were not police officers and were working in the public sector, would they support this event? Now I'm going to tell you something. It's only the police, I believe, that have been exempted from taking the vaccine. So I ask myself, why did the Prime Minister exempt the police from taking the vaccine? You know why? So the police could support the government. Hence the reason why they did not make it mandatory for the police to take the vaccine. So those officers who were there now, let's just say their friend and their family and their cousin were working in the public sector, they just went against their choice. I'll tell you something again. The government of Trinidad and Tobago technically wants to remove your rights as a citizen of freedom to choose, of freedom to speak, of freedom to protest. Technically, the government of the day wants to remove it from you. That is what they want to do. So I ask myself, why did the police officers use tear gas? Why? Why did they use tear gas? It was not riot to say, well, the individuals and them were fighting and they were stabbing and they was trampling on one another. No, they were not doing that. They were simply having a peaceful protest and they were supporting one another, humans, in the stand against what the police was doing, what the government was doing, what the health sector is doing. They were just standing up for themselves, in solidarity of themselves, in solidarity as in the government want to make mandatory vaccine. There was a video with a woman, she was passing by. She had the video there? I'm trying to get video, viewers. Okay, good. We have the audio to it? It have one where a woman and her children were driving along the savannah. They were out of it. Yeah, tell Shrita, it's on the save. There was a woman passing by with her children. going from point A to point V on the government road, and the gas affected her children. So what about if that woman now decides to take TTPS to court? What if that happened? Because the tear gas affected the woman. I saw a man washing his child's face. Sometimes I wonder if these police officers this think. And those in authority and all. If you all wasn't in that position and you had to come out there and stand up for your rights, what you would have been doing? What you would have been doing? Common sense was made before books. I just always say that. Common sense was before books. Why you think Rowley pushed back the date to the 17th of February? Why? Because I side let them know the day they make that. The day you bring that law, I will have QC challenging all in court. And I ain't afraid that I will pay them. All they have money, side have money. All they businessman, I businessman. You can't trample upon the rights of the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Call a good night.
Say good night.
Go right ahead.
The main thing happening with that march on Rowley Savannah is that the Minister of National Security, they are trying to let the people retaliate so that they will call a state of emergency again in this country. You know. They want to lock down this country, but they can't get the help from the opposition. So they will use the police tactics to try to make people rebel against the police so that they will call a state of emergency again. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, my friend. So I keep on asking myself this question. Why did Keith Rowley exempt TTPS from taking the vaccine? They are public servant. They are public servant. Why did TTPS exempted? Why was they exempted? Could the Minister of National Security say why? Can the Attorney General say why? Could the CMO say why? Could the Minister of Health say why? Why was TTPS exempted from taking the vaccine? Why? The Prime Minister said if only and take it. No pay, you have a job, but yes, no pay. So why did Rowley exempt TTPS officers from taking the vaccine? You know why? Because if TTPS officers start to retaliate from the vaccine, there will be no security force in Trinidad and Tobago to stand the grounds. You think Rowley dotish? You think that black man dotish? You know why I call him a black man? Because I am a black man also. You know why? We are Trinbagonians. I didn't born in England, he didn't born in England. I didn't born in Canada, he didn't born in Canada. I didn't born in the US, he didn't born in the US. So all are we black man. Don't study the hair. You got black eyes on TV. As a black man. Why didn't he allow TTPS officers to take the vaccine? How come the Minister of Health didn't come out and say nothing? How the Attorney General didn't come out and say nothing, but they want to bring mandatory vaccine laws? Trinidad and Tobago fall asleep and wake up. Open air cremation of COVID-19 bodies will begin immediately as the government has agreed to the proposal submitted by the Hindu community for the ceremonies in keeping with public guidelines. The position was confirmed between the Saturn Dharma Mahasabha and the Attorney General. Meanwhile, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley stated that some persons were upset about being unable to perform funerals. They must be upset. You know how much it is to burn a body? You know how much it is to burn a body in a funeral home? Some people is poor people. They could barely bury their loved one on a normal occasion, much less to keep a furnace. So kid, we must be angry. But like, you have common sense out. Meanwhile, on the issue of open air cremation, he said it only applies to COVID bodies, and nobody had shut down the use of funeral prayers. Video.
I'm also very pleased that notwithstanding the best efforts, it took us a little while to come to a situation where those people who were upset by not being able to carry out their funeral rituals, they are now doing that. And it only applied to COVID bodies. Nobody had shut down the use of funeral pyres. It was the COVID corpses that were covered by that, and we have come to a position where we believe that we can do what has been announced, so that is good news for all of us, and those particularly those who are affected by it.
Hey, you take this man easy. In India, they have big gathering, big burning taking place. In Trinidad here, we can't do it. We are under restriction. And the sad part about it, here, man, nobody has shut down the use of funeral prayers. Navin, who's a Hindu? Since they shut down all the funeral and prayer shut down. So what Keith Rowley talking about? Nobody shut it down. Yeah? You think this man stupid and joke? You cannot keep your funeral outside. How you go keep your prayers? Unless you do not prayers with an empty coffin. Or let's think he for real, and then come out and say now, nobody had shut it down. Nobody. But let me tell you something, there's such a crazy people running Trinidad, you know. So hear this now, hear this. The Lafil dies one back now with the Prime Minister. Hear this. Acting Commissioner of Police, McDonald Jacob, also stated that once the necessary applications for open air cremations are approved, those cremations will be allowed. These applications are done under the Cremation Act. The Act regulation states that application for permit for open air cremation must be made at least 6 hours before the intended cremation. Hey, is that set a bacchanal in Trinidad? COVID-19 is an issue for many things, many offices, to be lazy. So we are going for a short commercial break, but nevertheless, when we return, there's lots more in store. You're going to love these stories after. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Real Talk. I'm your host, Saieed Ali. Consultant and real estate businessman.
Can't watch Real Talk on TV? Have no fear. You can also watch Real Talk on the go live on YouTube and Facebook at Real Talk with Saieed Ali on YouTube.com and TT Real Talk on Facebook.com. Don't forget to like us and share us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notification bell.
Are you looking for the right investment? Are you looking for a greater return on your hard-earned cash? Look no further. Contact Real Talk Group of Companies located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. At Real Talk Investment, you can earn up to 3.5% interest on your 3-year investment. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Do contact us now on 339-1670, 238-6716 for further information. Our helpful team is ready to assist. Real Talk Investment. Real people matter to us. This ad was paid for by Real Talk Group of Companies Limited.
Are you looking for quick cash and do not know where to turn? We have got the answer for you. Visit us at Real Talk Group of Companies. We are a licensed money lending financial institution. We are located at number 14 Caroni Savannah Road, Chaguanas. Our phone numbers are 339-1670, 267-7325 or 238-6716. Contact us today. We look forward to hearing from you.
So viewers, public servants have been given another month to abide by the government vaccination policy. The government had initially set a deadline for January 17 to make all public officers into safe space that allows only vaccinated persons to work. However, on Saturday, Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley announced that 1 month again. He stated that what might have been done on January 17th will now be done on February 17th. The PM added that he was pleased with reports he received that vaccination improved, but was aware that some persons were being encouraged not to cooperate.
I have asked the Attorney General to take a little more time. And of course, it can't be forever. So today I'm announcing that what we had intended that might have been done on the 17th of January will now be done somewhere about the 17th of February. We give the population a bit more time. I'm very pleased for some of the reports I've got from the public sector that we have improved some of our vaccinations. Some people have actually cooperated. There are many who are digging their heels in, and there are many who are being encouraged to not cooperate. But that is par for the course. We don't expect that overnight everybody will change their views. And of course, there are situations where the proof that what we are doing is not making sense.
So now viewers, Rowley said that the government would legislate and be in the same position as the private sector since safe zones are being attacked. Safe zones are being attacked. How are safe zones being attacked, Keith? You tell me how. He added, what is safe in a pandemic? Who can offer you safety in a pandemic? It is called quash safe. Listen to this.
The government will legislate and be in the same position of the private sector to determine which areas of governmental operations can operate under legislation, as well, safe zones are being attacked too. Because what is safe in a pandemic? Who can offer you safety in a pandemic? It's a relative term. Quasi-safe, it means that it's a place that you, because of what is going on there, you're a bit better off or substantially better off. If we are all masked in this, if we are all sanitized, if we are all spaced out. But if the opposite is what we are doing, then that zone is not very safe. We know how the virus is spread. So to engage in a discourse over safe zone and safe zone not being safe and the vaccine not being useful because it doesn't prevent you from getting the virus, that is just to carry on an unproductive conversation.
So viewers, who can be safe in a safe zone? On Friday, I ask you all, how safe is the safe zone? If I took the 2 vaccines and I'm still getting COVID, how safe am I? How safe am I? Who can protect you in a safe zone? You know, here the Prime Minister said that. Who can protect you? The unvaccinated getting COVID, the vaccinated getting COVID, the unvaccinated dying, the vaccinated dying. When the vaccinated die, you know what I'm saying? Comorbidities. When the unvaccinated die, they're saying it's COVID-19. Oh, let's think about that. Caller, good night.
Hello, President, good night.
Good night, go right ahead.
Well done, Mr. Saieed Ali.
Thank you, my friend.
What I was saying, right, is that from last year, when you were hearing that all these cases like 200 and something per day, 300, now it's 4 something per day, right? How many people do we have in Trinidad and Tobago? Let's say 1.4 million?
Yes.
When you add it up, what you going to get? I mean, you are a great consultant, you are a great accountant too, from what I've learned about, right? When you add it up, and then when the AG come and say, right, they had extend this thing to the 17th. Didn't the AG say we're going to have the mother of carnival this year?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you want. That's
yes.
what you want people. We are taking this thing too lightly. I'm telling you that.
My friend, thank you so much for raising it, because you see, if Saieed say, people want to say, Saieed, you're bashing.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, my friend. So viewers, who could keep you safe in a safe zone? We have it. So now, you're now going to the Prime Minister say, who could keep you safe in a safe zone? You now hear the man say, if all are we sanitized, and all are we vaccinate, and all are we mask up. Now listen to this.
Next week, the end of next week, we move into Easter. And of course, this is not an Easter. That the story is going to be the ferry. This is going to be an Easter where anybody who wants to go to Tobago can go and come back when you want. So you know what's happening now?
You hear that? They didn't talk about vaccine. They didn't talk about sanitize. They didn't talk about mask up. They didn't talk about who could save you, you know. They was not talking about COVID-19. They were telling you, it was not the ferry, you know. But they were telling you to come to Tobago. Where the hell was Terence Dial Singh when the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago made that statement? Saieed bashing, Saieed bringing the raw facts to you, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. All they want facts, take it and swallow it. And if by chance you was opening your fridge, close your fridge. Run the video again. This for all of them who was opening their fridge.
Next week, the end of next week, we move into Easter. And of course, this is not an Easter. That the story is going to be the ferry. This is going to be an Easter where anybody who wants to go to Tobago can go and come back when you want. So you know what's happening now? Tobago is almost full and overflowing. The place to be is in Tobago. And I tell you, the best vacation you can have at home in Trinidad and Tobago is in Tobago. Go to Tobago if you want, but when you go there, behave yourself. Behave yourself. We are in a pandemic. Wear your mask. Stay away from crowds. No partying. And so on and so on. And you can have a wonderful Easter in Tobago.
Going to Tobago to enjoy yourself and the beach clothes. So that wasn't, I believe, Easter this year. And last year Easter, good. It wasn't studying about COVID, you know. No, man. All come to Tobago, man. All of a sudden now. I feel like this bash. I don't bash, you know. I bring in the raw facts to all you. And it's the raw facts that you hearing from these individuals will make you understand what they are saying. And if you could believe them. Call a good night.
Mr. Saieed, great program as usual.
Thank you, my friend.
The clip you just run there with Dictator Raging Bull, he contradicts himself.
Correct.
Then that's the solution. Let us social distance, wear our mask, because how safe is the safe zone, as he said. But these bunch of volunteers that we employed and put there to look after, I want them to tell this country, send them in office, 2 things that they did to better the lives of the citizens of this country. Only 2, you know. You have filthy Farid bringing when the table at men there to protect himself, his friends and his family, filthy integrity and character. And with reference to the police that are exempted from the vaccine, I think the Constitution protects every citizen to the equality of treatment. So the union might have a good case to take to court, because you can't exempt one section of public servants and then the other section you're bringing a law, a mandatory law to give them vaccine. That is wrong, and I feel the union has a strong case here to take it to court. And reference to the CMO, I want the CMO come out and tell this nation and stop hiding under the cloak of his donkey head, farm tech. Tell this nation how safe a safe zone is. Thank you, Mr. Saeed, for giving this opportunity. Greatest Real Talk.
Thank you, my friend. How safe is the safe zone? Huh? Since last Friday, I've been asking you that. How safe is our safe zone? National Trade Union Center, NACTA, believes that the 1 month extension to allow public servants to become vaccinated is an attempt by the government to buy time to ensure that the relevant legislation is in place so that authorities can act if and when workers refuse. NACTA General Secretary Michael Anisette urged persons not to be fooled by the temporary extension. Anisette cautioned, this is not how you run democracy. You don't do it like that. Let me tell you something, Trinidad and Tobago. I stood up like a man right here on my program, you know. I stood up like a man right here, you know. And I let them know, you make that mandatory, is Queen's Counsel carrying you to court. The Attorney General will be going to court with QCs. I will guarantee their payment. You cannot snatch my right. You cannot tell me, here we're going on side. If you are vaccinated, you can't go to work, you know. You work there, you know, but you have no pay to get. What? You paying my bills? You collecting money from the government, partner? Your job was to make sure that Trinidad and Tobago have proper laws, not snatch my freedom. So you will tell me I paying tax for that tax money to go to you, for you to stifle me? For you to give me a choice? No, boy. Where all them top lawyers? Where all them magistrates? Where all them human rights lawyers? The only person speak out in Trinidad and Tobago was the Industrial Court. What's her name again? Oh God, what's her name again? I forget her name. But with the industrial matter coming to the CWU, Deborah Thomas Felix. That was the only one stood for Trinidad and Tobago thus far. So where's all the big time lawyers? All of a sudden they may know nothing about law. But little do they know that their rights was about to be snatched. Their children rights, their wife rights, their sister rights, their mother rights. Well, watch me. All you can't stand up like me, you know. All you can't stand up like me now. Because everything for all is a payment, and a payment. If all let us stand up and fight like Saeed, all of might die. Because all you had can't take all that freeness. Thank God it have a God who blesses Saeed, you know. Serious. What are your thoughts on workers in the public sector getting an extension on the deadline to get vaccinated? Let me tell you something. If you choose not to get vaccinated, don't take it. Don't take it. Call her good night.
Hello, good night.
Go right ahead, darling.
Yes. Yes, I'm calling from Tobago.
Tobago, welcome.
Yeah. What I'm saying is that persons that they said that is zone, right? This zone person that they're speaking about, these persons will not go home, they will not travel, so they're living in that place or what? They stayed in that place and live there, they're going to be their home now. I need to know.
I didn't hear you clearly, you know. Look at understand what she said there. How safe is a safe zone? Let me tell you something. I'm not against you taking the vaccine. I'm not against you standing up and saying, you see me, I ain't taking it. It's your choice. It's your choice. But is the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Rowley, is he Maduro? I'm just asking. Is he Maduro to command you in doing something? If you choose not to take the vaccine, don't take it. If you choose to take the vaccine, take it. I'm not no anti-vax person. Because I go tell you something. I took the vaccine and nothing happened to me. Friends and family took it. And they end up in complication. Even two of my staff, female, had menstrual problem. Terrence said, no, nothing. He come out to the public, oh, we have heard nothing about that. You know why? You know why? They refuse to come and tell the public the truth. They're afraid. Let me tell you something. The day Terrence decide to tell the truth, that is the very same day Keith Rowley will fire Terrence. They will fire him. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has admitted to accidentally breaking the COVID-19 public health regulation. He accidentally broke it. He accidentally broke it, and police accidentally charging people. We have a man here confessing. Confessing, we have a man. Where's McDonald Jacob? Prime Minister was Hey, look at this video. We can continue after.
I was in Castaro last week in a vehicle. I went into a place that sold beers, and I had a beer. And on my way to the vehicle, I had this beer in a container, a plastic bag, which it was in. And it was such a hot and beautiful day. I sipping my beer, and then somebody came up to me and said, "You, consumption of alcohol in a public place is against the law. So you missed the opportunity of seeing me behind bars for breaching."
When you go to the court of laws, the magistrate, they say, do you have evidence? Do you have video evidence of the burglar coming into your house to identify it is John Doe? McDonald Jacob, where are you? The Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago admit to breaching the public health regulation. McDonald Jacob, where the hell are they? Because he's the Prime Minister, he cannot be charged. Or is it McDonald Jacob afraid to go and charge the Prime Minister because he would lose his position? Huh? All you talk now, man. All you want to say side bashing? Police in Trinidad and Tobago are accidentally charging public health individuals when they break it. If you break the public health regulation, you're being charged. All over Trinidad and Tobago, we've seen it. Now we have the Prime Minister coming up in a media platform and saying what he did. Where the hell is McDonald Jacob, who's supposed to be upholding the law, whether he is a poor man or whether he is a rich man? But McDonald Jacob could allow TTPS officers to go down to the Queen's Park Savannah and allow the officers them to use tear gas. Correct, McDonald? I'm going to tell you something. If there's one man you cannot come against, it's Saieed Ali. Me asking you, I'm telling you. You see, as a man, they stay within the laws. And when you hear officers come, and you want to play dirty, and you want to play stink, brother man, I will show you what dirtiness and stinkness is all about. You ever see an individual dressed up nice and looking sharp as a deck ball and smelling like rotten egg passing through a crowd? One spirit I go send on you. And it doesn't matter how much perfume you put on. You're smelling like ganda hair going through the crowd. Watch, man. All I feel like to stand up here, dress so. I just go down like it oh. But then again, I go correct that statement. I don't have to go like it you know. I am one that created Leketo. I am one of those that don't in Leketo. The other day to me go and come to see me. She said, Saeed, I ain't too far from Leketo. And if I tell you who I just been seeing your ball, say, hey, moms. She called my son. She said, whenever I hear you say Leketo, I just watch and laugh, you know. Where is McDonald Jacob? We have the PM admitting to what he did. And where is McDonald Jacob? McDonald Jacob, tails is between his leg because he might lose his position. You see, McDonald Jacob cannot do like what Gary did. I could stand here safely and say that. McDonald Jacob officers cannot go and charge the Prime Minister, but they could go along in the Queen's Park Savannah and throw tear gas on the citizen. So the individual now who ordered the riot squad to go along in the Queen's Park Savannah, why you ain't allow your damn officers now to go and arrest the Prime Minister and charge him for breaching the public health regulation, which he admits on Saturday's conference? Where are they going? All they want to talk laws, but all they know who to go by. Let me tell you something. All they break down my door, and all they going to see your hand might end up just like this. Me asking all I know, I'm telling all you. All I feel here, all I feel like come out here to make friends. There are 99% of Trinidadians who don't have a voice, and every time they talk, somebody muzzling it. So you know what? I see Rottweiler in the set. Jump on this Rottweiler kennel and you will see something. Jump in this Rottweiler yard and you will see who's man. See who is man. Rowley also noted that it happened so easily, but it was a breach of the public health regulation. Listen to this.
It happened so easily, but it was a breach of the regulations. It happened so easily, I understand. But we really have to say, hold on for the time being. Do not go to the rivers for river limes and cook duck by the thousands and so on and so on.
Did you hear that? You hear that? McDonald, did you hear that? Not because you're the acting commissioner of police in Trinidad and Tobago, I will tone down my voice, you know. Did you hear that, McDonald Jacob? Why you go and tackle the Prime Minister? And use the commissioner of police? And use the one seen about the laws of the land? Well, the Prime Minister admit to breaking it. What are you doing? What are you doing? All you do like this. I will embarrass all you stink. Stink. In the savannah, they stood up against the policy for mandatory vaccination for all public servants. Who were not public servant were supporting the public servant also. Tear gas, lock up, breach of public health regulation. Officers who was in the march, the Prime Minister said he breached it. And he do it in a public gathering, in a public meeting. It's a media briefing, they call it. What the hell all you do? Huh? All you do is, let me tell you something. There's a saying, monkey know which branch to jump on. Why you don't jump on that branch? Why you don't jump on the Prime Minister branch? Because all you might lose all your work, all you might get transferred, we might not hear about all you again. John Doe used to work Port of Spain. You know where see John Doe? And the Prime Minister smiling when he said that, you know. McDonald, the man fall on your lap. A bridge fall in your lap. And you let it slide because you can't do nothing. But you know what you're going to do? You might call you go on a station. Hey, all you go and rub down side. Let me tell you something. The amount of them going to be getting crippled is a shame. It's a stinking shame. I don't feel afraid to talk. I am well within my rights. I want to talk about rights. I am well within my rights. That is why I don't ask for funding. This is one of the reasons why. Because when you hear I start my program, all they're getting is the raw truth. It's not a cheese paste and guava jam and jelly. No, it ain't that by side. It's the raw truth you're getting. I heard a senior said today. He called me today, in fact. He said, Saeed. He said, what the officer did in Queen's Park, Savannah, he said, was total abuse of power. He said, the people them simply gathered. And they stood up for what they believe in was rights. The officers them using tear gas was way out of context. A senior called me and told me that. And then now, he said, Saeed. He said, we have the Commissioner of Police, McDonald Jacob. I say, yes. He said, but the Prime Minister admits to breaking the public health guidelines. He said, and the Commissioner can't do nothing. Does the police say that? The police say that? And he working under the Commissioner of Police, but he's a senior. He said, watch. He said, watch at them. He said, all the talk they talk. They harass the innocent people. Tear gas on it. Boy, watch me, man. I should have a friend or a family or a son in that. You'd have see something. Now I tell you, if we the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, let me tell you something. They're saying, if you're vaccinated, you have to vaccinated. For 1 week in Trinidad and Tobago, 1 week, if the entire public sector workers decide to stay home, or they decide to make that sacrifice to stay home, let me tell you something. The entire public sector in Trinidad and Tobago shut down. Every single government office will shut down. You know why? They decide to stay home. You want to make it mandatory for me? All right, no problem. We stay home. Done with that. Case closed, talk done. We home for the 7 days. You know what happened? I bet you the government, I bet you the Attorney General throw away that whole legislation that they want to come with behind the back where they can't see it. I bet you that. But we know 75% go to work. Oh God, you know we had to work. Otherwise my internet got cut. When you take your vaccine and you end up with 1 foot, what will happen? When you take your vaccine and you get crippled, what will happen? It's a luck and chance. Thank God I was lucky. But friends and family wasn't. The 2 girls working in my office here, they wasn't. But Terrence know nothing about menstrual. He knows nothing about that. Nobody never tell he that. You know why? When he's a minister and you're up the damn ladder, you doesn't look down. But when you're out of power, you just come down back. You know what kind of power God bless me with? Spiritual power. To do spirit work. That's what God bless me with. Look why I on TV standing up for the people who don't have a voice. I standing up for the public servant and them. Who says, Saeed, me taking that, you know. My friend take it and look what happened to them. You think Terrence studying what happened to them? Terrence is studying what happened to them. All Terrence telling you, oh, the vaccine's safe, you know. If you take it, it will reduce the risk. But it never reduce the risk from Champa getting it. Terry, where you going? Take boiled corn? So I want to ask you, Terry, how safe is a safe zone? If the vaccinated people getting COVID-19, how hell is the damn safe zone? Because I go tell you something. I go be a vaccinated guy. No mask. No mask in a safe zone. And you know what? Day before yesterday, I get COVID. And I feel to drink a beer now, boy. I feel to eat food, a little food now, boy. I test positive yesterday. But you know what? I'm vaccinated and I safe zone, so I'm going in. How safe, Terry? Terence? How safe? I want to ask the Prime Minister, how safe is the safe zone? Because you go in a safe zone, you take out your mask. You drink a beer, you breathe. Let me tell you something. You have questions in Trinidad that all will duck from. All will duck from me, you know. All will literally duck from side and questioning. The media cannot ask all of that. The media cannot ask all of that. Because they're afraid to ask all of that. Me? Hammer on the nail head. There's two things, you know. Is you could answer it or you can't answer it. Minister of Health Terence Singh have stated that inquiries were underway into complaint of alleged side effects after taking Pfizer vaccine. He was responding to a question by Caroni East MP, Dr. Richard Sicharan, in the House of Representatives. Singh stated that the Ministry of Health is currently checking database to see if those persons were in fact vaccinated. Once determined, a clinical review will be done. He added, we are happy to get to the bottom of the issue. Listen to this man.
The answer is yes, and 2 lines of inquiry are currently being pursued. One, we are checking our vaccine databases to see if those persons were in fact vaccinated. Once that is determined, the information will be sent to the Chief Medical Officer for a clinical review. We are also reviewing the RHA system to see if these persons presented to any of our facilities. So the answer is yes, 2 lines of inquiries, and we are happy to get to the bottom of this issue.
Let me tell you something. If I wasn't here hammering it, you think that would have happened? You think that would have happened? But they bring it months late. Months late they bring it. Months late. One case of side effects with a vaccine. Watch my eyes, too much. Too much. 2 cases is get ready to shut it down. 3 cases is shut down the damn thing. But you think Terry care anything about you? Terry care nothing about you? Terry said the vaccine will reduce you getting COVID-19. Terry, did it reduce Shamfa from getting it? Answer that. One simple question. And you cannot answer. You had to duck it. The Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, fully vaccinated. Fully vaccinated. And what happened? What happened? Huh? So Terence, you have all rights, and I will continue saying this, you have all rights, being the Minister of Health, to come forward and make statements. I am not taking away your rights. But the thing is, your rights are putting you in problems. Problems. 6 is not a 9, and a 9 is not a 6. Always remember Saieed Ali tell you that. The Singh said it must be determined if any effects were due to the vaccination or something else, and based on the finding, a treatment plan will begin. Naparima MP Rodney Charles also questioned the minister about TNT's alleged high mortality figure. The Singh said that TNT is positioned 30 out of 190.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, high is a relative term. We are currently number 30 out of 190 countries. So there are 160 countries below us. Other countries that are more resourced, and I would not call them, are 25, higher than us. 19, 31, higher than us.
Terence, I want to tell you something. I want to tell you something. Listen to me carefully. Stop looking at other country. See about your own. See about your own. You see, that is the problem we having. All are watching Tom, all are watching Harry, all are watching Johnny, all are watching John. Forget that, Terrence. See about your own. So viewers, here is a little tripling effect, but tomorrow we go bang on it. COVID-19 pandemic has caused drug shortage around the world, including Trinidad and Tobago. President of the Pharmacy Board, Andrew Raham, confirmed this and stated that since the beginning of the pandemic in 2020, there have been problems with shipping of raw material and shipping delay in supplies. However, we talk about the board and the pharmacy just said that. However, Minister of Health Terrence Diasing said the country have never run out of any critical medication and never experienced any shortage. But let me tell you something, we're out of time for tonight. So viewers, nevertheless, tomorrow is Tune It Up Tuesday. There's a rerun of this program tomorrow from 11:30 to 12:30 p.m. Until we meet again, this is Saieed Ali with Mashup Monday. Tune in tomorrow for Tune It Up Tuesday. Good night.